Okay, so here's how it works. Take your radio, your TV, your cell phone, turn them on, and you can hear music and you can see images. You hear sounds coming out of these. Now, if you break these devices in half and you look inside of them, you you won't see any faces. There's no voices. There's nothing in there. What you're looking at is it's chips and pieces of metal, things like that. Now, these images and sounds and whatnot that are being displayed, there are senders and receivers in a cell phone, a TV, any of those devices. Those are receivers, meaning that the sender must be somewhere. And so the sender happens to be cell phone towers. That's where they're getting these from. So, and of course, inside of, the person that works, the cell phone towers or radio stations and whatnot, all of these places, there's someone that's, behind all of it. Humans, people are just walking antennas. People's dreams, hopes, everything, your voice, everything that's about you, that's unique about you. It's just as unique as, like, think about when you walk into Walmart and there's 40 different TVs displayed. Even with some of the TVs that say that they're even the exact same, the image still always looks different. That's what it is with people. And so now, if you break a human open, you got, a bunch of meat and whatnot. And so humans are antennas. Right here, the pineal gland, um, everyone's pineal gland has a certain amount of, there's a piezoelectric crystal in your pineal gland. Okay. And the more it radiates, the more you are in tune with, as people say, the universe. Now, here's the thing that people have to understand when they say, like, the universe, this and that. Um, the the sender for humans, the tower for humans, believe it or not, is actually the pyramids. Now, right here in America and all around the world, there are pyramids. Okay, the reason that most people only know about the pyramids that exist in Egypt is because those are out in the open. All the other pyramids, even the pyramids that are built here in America, those pyramids are covered. Have you ever been driving and you look at a massive building, you're like, yo, what the fuck could possibly be inside of there? Yo, do not. The first thing that people have to do is, once you acknowledge that you don't know everything, that's the first step to knowing something. You have to understand you don't know everything. And so when you look up things on the internet and whatever, and it's like, oh, well, it's here's what, yo, that does not verify anything. Like, the veracity of everything is to be tested. And listen, you will be shown what they want you to see. Everybody, I would say everybody knows that, but not everybody seems to know that. You can go look up something for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter. You won't see it because they control what you see, they control what you learn. So, first, you have to acknowledge, like, yo, there's more shit out there that I could be knowing, information, but I'm being blocked from it. Now, your pineal gland, that's what fluoride is for. Fluoride calcifies your pineal gland. And people that are, like, really tuned into TV and whatnot, Those are the people whose their pineal glands are pretty much the weakest, and it's because, like, you can tell in the sense that a person who is an antenna who is active, they are, as said, they are the receiver, so they will be receiving in a lot of information. If you don't have the ability to receive in the information you're supposed to, then you will make a substitute for it, i.e., TV, these images, and all this crazy stuff. And for example, we've normalized, it's so many things that people could sit and question, but they won't. Something such as everyone's tired of violence, right? Say, yo, this person gets shot, everyone's tired. Then why is it that kids' cartoons continue to have, I mean, that's the first place kids see guns that is in cartoons. So it's like, but as a human society, we don't even understand that concept. It's like, but then we wondering like, yo, how come kids, like, okay, anyways, so the pyramids are the equivalent of a cell phone tower to humans now. And these get their own um they get their own connection out through space. Okay. This is why they are exactly where they are. Like, these are very specific areas. Okay. Like, precisely. Now, I'm not even religious, but I acknowledge that there is a creator, absolutely. And when we talk about free will, here's the deal with the animals, because people don't seem to understand what animals are about. Animals are a reminder to humans of what it's like to be without free will. Animals, people would say, oh, animals have free will. No, they don't. Animals are bound by instinct. Animals are bound by instinct. Okay. Um, a gorilla can't make the decision to be like, you know what, this guy, he's over here pissing me off. I ain't even gonna go over and bang on this glass because I should beat his ass. Something like that. No, they're bound by instinct, and they will go over because they're gonna feel challenged. You just look at them like, look at the guy who was just stalked by the leopard. That's not. I'm sorry, it was a mountain lion. That's not free will. It was acting on instinct. Now, humans are different in the sense that humans have free will. That is the difference between the humans and animals. Do humans use their free will to make good decisions? Everything that you ever thought of in your brain, it doesn't matter what the hell it is, everything you thought of is a reality that it exists. Everything exists in the sense because the creator has created. It's almost like looking at a palette of colors. You're looking at a palette of hues in everything, inside of everything. And every time you come upon a decision, you make a conscious decision. That is you choosing your free will. An alligator can't just walk up and say, you know what, I'm not going to eat this baby duck. Man, it can't. It just acts off instinct. If it needs to eat, even when it don't need to eat, it still just will eat things. So humans, humans have free will, and so every time you come upon a decision, no matter what you do, even if you think that you're choosing the proper side, you'll say something like, well, I'm choosing to stay out of it. This, no matter what you do or what you say, each action is either a good action or a bad action. It's one or the other. There is no neutrality. And when, like, such as in the Bible, about people being judged for their deeds and things like that, the scales, what the scales, what those represent is all the deeds in your life, every situation you've come upon, and you chose to do one or the other. Those are what are going to be placed on one side of the scale. And when you didn't do anything, it goes on the other. Whether those come out evenly, that's to be seen. But that's what good and evil is all about. It's and I say that in a sense because most people would be like, "Yo, that's stupid." Like I already know that, and it's true. We already know that, but yet we as people we still do the things that we do, even though we know, like, yo, this is bad for us. It's cognitive dissonance. It is. So these towers, I'm sorry, the pyramids. So this fight that's been happening about, that's been happening in Egypt. Don't trust what you see on the news. That's not what it's about. What this is about is the need to get the last pyramids covered. Okay. And people don't understand. That's why that land needs to be secured. Because once those, like people, most of everything that where people's thoughts and ideas are coming from, everything like our connection for those who are alive here, it's only happening because those pyramids are uncovered. Like, yo, the power behind them are immense. Now think about that, all the other ones that are covered up and whatnot. And people don't even like think about there's the ones up in the Arctic. Don't How do you think those ended up covered? Don't believe all the hype. Like I said, the first thing is to acknowledge like, yo, I don't know everything. People have, for example, people have seen you look up in the sky, you see clouds. Everyone believes clouds just exist naturally. Like, trust me, yo, everything has been manipulated. Everything has been manipulated. Like, there are machines that make clouds. Like, it's pure fuckery. The thing with the so the thing with us as people is that